Pupils from Rallim Preparatory School in the mother city have dipped into their creative skills to offer a glimpse of sunshine to COVID-19 patients admitted at the Cape Town Convention Centre facility. This is through the Hospital of Hope Rainbow Initiative, where they created 862 rainbow drawings to be put up above each of the beds at the centre. And to tell us more about this, we are joined by Marcia Ungerer. She is an arts teacher, and with her is the parent that initiated the idea, Nicola Lochner. Now, ladies, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning.
Good morning.
Nicola, I'm going to start with you. Hey, I understand that you're the one that initiated the idea for this project. Take us through how that idea came about.
Right. The reason why it came about was because I watched a documentary on Netflix regarding the Ebola virus right at the start of the coronavirus pandemic. And I was inspired, or should I say moved, by how the patients were put into isolation, into these bare clinical type surroundings, and left alone to try and fight this awful deadly virus, and how minutes turned into turned into hours, turned into days, and they just had to fight this virus completely on their own, and with nothing to inspire them, no family or friends contacting them, and I was really moved by that. And so when the coronavirus hit the shores of South Africa and started slowly climbing, and there was news of quarantine facilities being built in Johannesburg and in Cape Town and so forth, I thought maybe there's a way that we can make it a little bit of a more colourful and warm place for people to heal and to get better going. And so I thought perhaps let me contact Rallim, which is where my son goes to school, and see if they would be interested in doing the rainbow paintings, because the rainbow paintings are obviously a significant icon of COVID-19, and it's a symbol of thanks to the first line workers, so the nurses and all that. Colleen was absolutely, who's the head of Rallim, she was absolutely enthralled, and she put me in contact with Marcia as well as Paul, and together we decided to get all the kids involved. And then I decided to contact the Western Cape government, so I got in contact with the deputy mayor of Cape Town through Joy McCarthy, who is the ward councillor of Tableview. And she put me in contact with Joy McCarthy, who then put me in contact with Ian Nielsen, who then put me in contact with Ulrich, who is the member of the architectural team in charge of signage for the CTICC. And we all got together and decided to make magic happen.
You know, Nicola, this is an absolutely brilliant initiative. I mean, it's a great catalyst of showing solidarity, of showing compassion and love, especially to those who are infected and affected by coronavirus. Marcia, let me also bring you into this conversation. Do you want to take us through the students that took part in this initiative, how they were chosen, and what brief did you give them?
Okay, good morning, everyone. So basically when they phoned me, we were left with a time span of about 6 days. So we had to push this out quite quickly, but we were so excited about this. And at the moment we were running an online platform because of the lockdown that were working quite sufficiently. So I've decided to use that platform, and we introduced it to the whole school, which is about 25 classes, and then they received it digitally. And what I did was I designed a template for each class, which was like a starter template, And the reason for that being is that the kids that were not so confident in their drawing abilities, they had something to start with, because we wanted to get everybody involved, no matter what their ability. And by the end of the day, there were almost 400 kids that took part, and some of them drew multiple rainbows. They absolutely loved it. And then we managed to produce 862 drawings, which was then one for each hospital bed at the Hospital of Hope.
And you made the drawings in just 6 days. Geez, man, how did the school manage to coordinate so many drawings in such a short space of time?
I don't think that at the moment of time we were thinking about how we're going to manage this. We started as soon as we could and we pushed it out, and I think it was an absolute team. It was the teamwork of everybody involved, whether it might be the parents or the kids or just the person helping with laminating those drawings. So we started, we put our heart and soul into it, and we managed to produce that amount of pictures.
Okay. Nicola, let me also rope you in. Can we expect to see more of these projects going forward, even post the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, it was just an individual initiative, but I hope to inspire other schools to do the same, because there are plenty of these facilities around South Africa, and not just for this COVID-19, but also just general for hospitals in poverty-stricken areas that could definitely do with some brightening up. As an individual, you may not be able to help financially by supplying medical goods or whatever the case may be, but especially if you want to get involved with your children or as a school or as a family to make a difference in hospitals or in quarantine type facilities, then this is the way forward.
Yeah, sure.
Just get in contact with whoever it is in charge of that municipality and see whether or not you can get this initiative going. I mean, it did take a little bit of funding from people and the school and whatnot, but it wasn't exactly a massive dent in the pocket, so to say. It just took a lot of teamwork and pushing and cooperation from everyone.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be financial. Every bit helps. Every bit counts. Whatever is it that you can do to contribute to the cause will go a long way and will make a huge difference in the fight against coronavirus and, also taking care of those who've been affected by this virus. So what's your sense of how this project was accepted or received?
I was actually blown away by how excited everyone was. And how quickly everyone responded to the initiative. So I kind of thought this is going to be a mission impossible to get this out. And it was just literally a fantasy. But luckily, I managed to sneak into people's little hearts. And people climbed on board. So everyone hopped on. Everyone was excited, and especially from the Western Cape government.
Okay.
We were very pleasantly surprised by how excited they became, and which inspired us as a school to go forward and push on.
Right.
And they gave us very clear deadlines. They were very clear and concise with exactly the type of material we need to use, by when it needs to be done, how they were going to come collect the goods from us. They organized the volunteers to put everything up, and they were all go, go, go. So they were very, very organized. Which
short,
also then in turn
unfortunately,
helped
we
us
don't have
to
much
get
time,
going.
but then beautiful conversation we've been having, and you ladies are simply amazing. Thank you so much for the great work that you're doing. Just touching a single life will definitely make a huge difference in our social fabric. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us.